So, I'm starting a podcast. I know you're rolling your eyes at me, like a dog that has seen meat, but it doesn't want you to know that it has seen the meat. And you're there like, banange, mwatu, tama. Every person that has a phone now thinks they can be a vlogger. No, relax, because I'm about to take you to places you've never been before. Actually, let me explain something to you. This is not a vlog. It is a full-blown TV show. It's called Headwrap Kaboozi, where I give you your daily dose of violence. So, just enter my taxi, sit back, relax, have a good time. And when you're tired, just tell me, Muma sao, mutigwa fene. Get out, and then enjoy your fene in peace. Man, this podcast is dope. So dope that I'm about to tell you things that are very top secret. Yes, I mean top secret. So I didn't want to say this, but I have been from the state house. And I'm connected. I'm a whole gamba nobu. I know things. For example, did you know that you can have plastic surgery in Uganda? You didn't know. Kati, just relax. Let me jazz you. One day, I had this very big pimple on my face. I know, you're looking at me and saying, Kweli, Esteri, pimples. I mean, look at this face. So the truth is, these skincare people pay me to get these pimples. I'm an influencer. So they give me money. I put the fake pimples on my face, and then they give me their creams. They remove the pimples, and then I'll come here and be like, this was before, and this was after I started using the mango pimple cream. You get? So monange one day ngadon those things fail. It's like that day the god of pimples was very mad at me. I remember him telling me, why get fake pimples when I can give you a real one? And he delivered. I had this very big pimple on my face. And it was so painful. I was in so much pain in that I tried to fight it. And at the end of the fight, my face had a swollen lump like an anthill. It was like trying to cook pilau and ending up with burnt beans. I just looked at my face with this look of, what just happened? Pressure. Anyway, so I texted a friend of mine for advice, and she suggested that I go to a skincare clinic. So I tell my grandma, her, Mani Jaja, I've gone to a facial clinic. I want to remove this pimple. She looks at me long and hard, and then she says, back then, in our days, all you needed was a bar of soap and morning sun. Then I told them, Nange, for you, back in your day, all you needed to cure wrinkles was avoid mirrors. Anyway, Bambi, I'm lying. I never said that because, I was born in Africa. I'm not stupid. When your mother tells you that tomorrow the sun is not shining, better believe her. Just believe her and buy a torch. Before you go any further, let me say something about my sponsor. And no, I'm not talking about the sponsor that buys me chicken. Not that one. I can't talk about that one here now. That one has their own time and space. I'm talking about the sponsor that gives me money to take my border guy to the movies. Yes. By the way, you need to treat your border guys very well, because if you don't, they're going to drive you around this city like a sack of potatoes in this kasana. My sponsor is a film studio. If you have a podcast that you want to shoot, these guys will create whatever set that you need. They'll give you crew, they'll give you equipment, they'll film it, edit, and give you a finished product. Or if you're shooting a movie and you're looking to create whatever set that you need, hospital, a bar, a restaurant, a home, police cell, whatever it is, just talk to them. They'll create it, and at very affordable prices. Anyway, back to the show. So I follow my friend's advice and I go to this clinic. Its name was... No. I'm not beating Frikalango for these guys. Okay? Because they never gave me money to influence for their place. However, you can give me money to put in my next video. Anyway, this place, these guys do everything. And I mean everything. Imagine those scars that you got when you were a child. trying to climb trees and then falling and hugging the ground, and your mother coming out with a big chiboko to hit you and ask you why you never learned how to climb trees. Those nasty scars, those ones, gone in a second. They also do laser hair removal. You know those nasty hair, in your nose, those ones. They can remove them instantly. And guess what else they do? Plastic surgery. I know, I also didn't believe it until I saw it for myself. They do plastic surgery whereby they can make you look more beautiful than you are. So if you look like a monkey, just go there. In fact, they will make you look so beautiful that you will walk out of that place looking like a gorilla. Anyway, so I go in there and they take me to the operating room. But over the room looked like a dentist's office. And my fear dentists, that stuff is very painful. I was very scared. I was like, are they going to remove my teeth or what? But then that lasted for a short time because I saw other patients that were being worked on and they were fully covered. And you see, that is the difference between a dentist and these guys, because you see, a dentist, they'll only cover the top half of your body with those green things. But here, they cover your full body, all of it, and only leave your face out. You know, like at night when you're trying to cover yourself from the mosquitoes. Meanwhile, speaking of mosquitoes, have you ever been there, in bed with your bae, touching each other, about to do the thing, you know, kissing and touching, and you're like, and you're feeling really nice. And then out of nowhere, a mosquito just comes to kill your vibe. Have you ever experienced that? Anyway, that's a story for another episode. So here, they covered me up like Luombo, and it was just my face that was visible because apparently they wanted to clean it as if it wasn't already clean, just kajanja. And then I was very uncomfortable with the way that lady touched my face, by the way, because she was pressing it, like how you press matoke. It's like, what was she looking for? Because the pimple was right there. But then she started to massage the face and it felt so good. Talk about double kayongeza. Yeah. By the way, fellas, you don't even know the half of it because if I found a man with soft fingers like those, and they were doing the same things that this lady was doing to my face, I would order for a gomesi faster than you can say Glovo delivery. After the massage, they started to wash my face. She washed it and washed it and washed it and washed it. At some point, I was like, yee. Is my face a saucepan that they've just cooked color in or what? And then she brought this very nicely smelling oil and smeared it on my face. Oh, my God. It smelled heavenly. Do you know when you get like 1,000 roses, grind them and put them in a bottle? Yeah, that's how it smelled. Actually, even asked her how much it was and where I can get it. She started talking about pounds, euros, yens, smanya, shipping in dollars, as if I'm a stock trader. Apparently, the value of roses can't be calculated. Now, she started to press my pimple to make it disappear, but she did it very smoothly and gently. Actually, at some point I thought the good thing was going to pop like a bottle of champagne and splash all over her face. Ew. So what I did, I pretended to be asleep so that in case it splashes all over her face, those are hers. And you know what the best part of the whole thing was? There's that little gadget that sucks the skin. It felt like small kisses on my face. It felt so good. I was just praying to God that these things don't become hickeys because how do you explain that to your person? I would have just been left there to explain myself and plead my innocence like Bujingo. Anyway, all the heavy work was done, the pimple was popped, everything was fine, my face was back to normal. I remember she even did other things like eyebrow shaping and all of that. And then she raised my chin up and then she looked at my nose for a very long time. I got very confused. I was like, what's happening? So I asked, so why are you looking at my nose like that? Do I have another pimple in the nose or what? And then she says, we can fix your nose. Fix my nose? What is wrong with my nose? I have a perfect nose. What do you mean fix it and how? And then she tells me if you want those long noses, like for Basheshe, we can fix that. Actually, do you see this carrot? She held up a carrot in my face and told me, if you want your nose to be long like this carrot, you can do it so that your nose can properly look like a Musheshe's nose. What? I was in shock. I couldn't believe what I was hearing because, you see, I came to this clinic for a facial, but here I am, and this guy is suggesting, boo, I do a plastic surgery. I was like, nah, nope. So I left the place, I went and walked around on the streets, feeling very fresh, feeling very beautiful. I feel like I was on top of the world. I looked like $1,000,000, and to be real, I actually did look like $1,000,000. So, ladies, please visit this place so that they can fix up whatever thing that is wrong with your face. And not just ladies, even you guys, by the way. This also concerns you. Please don't go around the city with a face that looks like Kampala Road. Just go in there, get a facial, and thank me later. Anyway, guys, this is my show. Subscribe and follow. Leave a comment below the video to let me know if I'm funny or if I should stop, because you see, we be here thinking we are funny. Kumbe, we are laughing alone in our heads. So please subscribe. This is Headwrap Kaboozi. If you can wrap your head around this chibozi, please come back for another episode. Thank you. Bye.